The 10 deadliest snakes in Africa. Africa is home to some of the most dangerous animals on Earth, including some of the world's deadliest snakes. Here are the 10 deadliest. Black Mamba. The black mamba is the most feared serpent in Africa and one of the deadliest snake species in the world. The fastest of all African snakes, black mambas are notoriously aggressive and can move at 12 miles an hour. They are known to strike out when cornered and are the only snake species known to actively chase after humans. Black mambas inject enough venom in a single bite to kill 10 fully grown men. The venom triggers an almost immediate onset of symptoms including asphyxiation and cardiovascular collapse. When untreated, the human death rate is 100% after a black mamba bite. Death usually occurs in less than 7 hours. Puff adder. While not as venomous as the black mamba, the puff adder is one of the most widespread reptiles in Africa and is thought to be responsible for the most human deaths of any species. Along with their distribution throughout the continent, what makes the puff adder one of the deadliest snakes in Africa is their prevalence in areas of high human density, as well as their methods of camouflage. When threatened, puff adders will rather lie still than flee, in order to avoid detection, and most bites occur when people accidentally step on them. Boomslang. Found only in sub-Saharan Africa, the boomslang is widely known as one of the most venomous snakes on the continent. They are a tree-dwelling species, which is where their name was derived. Boomslang means tree snake in Afrikaans, a South African language. The boomslang sports large eyes and reaches an average length of 5 feet. Their venom is hemotoxic, which means it works by shutting down the body's blood clotting mechanism, while simultaneously triggering uncontrollable internal and external bleeding. The slow-acting venom often lures victims into a false sense of confidence, assuming that they don't need to seek treatment as the symptoms slowly present themselves over several hours. Gaboon Viper. The Gaboon Viper is one of the most enchanting and mesmerizing snakes in Africa. They possess the longest fangs of any snake, reaching 2 inches in length. Despite appearing short and chunky, Gaboon vipers can grow up to 5 feet in length. They are also the heaviest snake in the viper family. They can weigh over 30 pounds with a full belly. Mesmerizing skin patterns, with detailed diamonds and stripes along the length of the snake's back help provide incredible camouflage among the messy leaf litter on the forest floor, where they lie in wait ready to ambush their next prey item. Egyptian Cobra. One of the largest cobra species in Africa, the Egyptian cobra can reach lengths of almost 2 meters, 6.5 feet. Mostly found throughout North Africa, above the Sahara, and in parts of East and West Africa, the Egyptian cobra's coloration can vary greatly from a copper red to almost entirely black. It wields a potent neurotoxic venom, stored in glands behind its eyes, and released through a large set of fangs with each vicious bite. Neurotoxic venom directly attacks the nervous system and slowly causes the body to start shutting down, with the most common cause of death being respiratory failure. Egyptian cobras are usually docile unless threatened, in which case they assume the characteristic upright posture and spread their cobra hood as the final warning before striking. It is thought that the method in which Queen Cleopatra allegedly committed suicide would most likely have been by Egyptian cobra bite. West African carpet viper. The West African carpet viper is endemic to West Africa and is strangely responsible for some of the highest number of snakebite-related fatalities on the continent, despite having a relatively small natural range. The West African carpet viper is a small serpent that only reaches an average total length of around 1.5 feet. Like the boomslang, the carpet viper's venom is hemotoxic and causes spontaneous internal bleeding and the collapse of the circulatory system, sometimes even days after the bite has occurred. Cape Cobra. The Cape Cobra is native to southern Africa and typically favors dry areas like arid savannas, woodland and desert regions. They are a medium-sized species, growing to around 5 feet. The Cape Cobra is an aggressive species and will readily strike when threatened. They are particularly dangerous thanks to a tendency to enter human settlements. Although the exact mortality rate for untreated bites is unknown, it is thought to be high, with death usually occurring inside 10 hours as a result of respiratory failure. Green mamba, predominantly found in coastal forests throughout southern and East Africa, the green mamba spends most of its life in the trees. It is a long, slender species that reaches an average of around 2 meters long. Green mambas are known for delivering multiple bites, injecting high quantities of venom with each one. When untreated, mortality rates are high and symptoms include swelling, dizziness, nausea, and ultimately death as a result of respiratory paralysis. Mozambique spitting cobra, usually found throughout southern and eastern Africa, the Mozambique spitting cobra is the most common savanna-dwelling cobra species in its range. Reaching an average length of 3 foot, the Mozambique spitter is a relatively small snake that varies in color from slate blue to olive or tawny brown on top. They can spit venom with incredible accuracy over 10 foot. When spitting venom into the threat's eyes isn't deterrent enough, these cobras will unleash a nasty bite, injecting a strong cytotoxic venom, which causes pain, swelling and tissue damage. Rinkhals, also known as the ring-necked spitting cobra, the Rinkhals is not a true cobra despite its flared hood and threatening upright posture. This species is endemic to southern Africa and is found only in South Africa and eastern Zimbabwe, and is one of few snake species that gives birth to live young. Rinkhals possess a number of tricks in their arsenal. They are able to spit venom up to 2.5 meters and are also known to play dead when threatened. Humans have been known to pick up what they think is a dead snake and be met with a nasty surprise.